Imagine a planet so close to its star, it's being ripped apart, its very essence siphoned off like a cosmic vampire. Or a creature on Earth that literally reverses its aging process over and over again. What if just looking at something could stop it from changing? And what if the universe, as we thought we knew it, is fundamentally wrong? Strap in, because we're diving into some mind-bending realities that will absolutely blow your circuits. All right, let's kick things off with something truly wild from the depths of space. 1. The planet that's being devoured alive. Picture this, about 1,400 light-years away, in the constellation Auriga, there's a gas giant called WASP-12b. Now, this isn't just any exoplanet. This is a planet that's on a literal death spiral, being actively eaten by its own star. Seriously, it's like something out of a sci-fi horror flick, but it's happening right now, in real time. WASP-12b is what astronomers call a hot Jupiter, meaning it's a massive gas giant orbiting incredibly close to its parent star. But WASP-12b takes close to a whole new level. It's so ridiculously near its star that it completes an orbit in just over 1 Earth day. Think about that, a whole year gone in 24 hours. Because of this extreme proximity, the star's immense gravitational pull is just shredding the planet. It's stretching WASP-12b into an egg shape, pulling off its atmosphere, and effectively siphoning its material away, adding it to the star itself. Scientists have observed this happening, seeing a glowing halo of superheated plasma surrounding the planet as its material flows onto the star. It's a cosmic feeding frenzy, a planet slowly getting cannibalized over millions of years. This discovery, first observed vividly around 2008 and continuously studied since, gives us a front-row seat to the dramatic and often violent life cycle of planets and stars. It reminds us that even planets, these massive, seemingly permanent bodies, are not immune to the universe's brutal hunger. Makes you feel a little better about your bad day, right? At least your star isn't trying to eat you. Yet. Okay, from a planet getting eaten, let's dial it back to Earth for something equally mind-boggling, but on a much smaller, squishier scale. 2. The immortal jellyfish's eternal life cycle. No, seriously, there's an animal out there that's basically figured out how to live forever. Meet Turritopsis dohrnii, often called the immortal jellyfish. This tiny little creature, barely larger than your pinky nail, found in oceans all around the world, has a trick that puts every anti-aging cream to shame. When faced with environmental stress, injury, or even just old age, yes, jellyfish get old too. Instead of, just dying, this jellyfish can perform an incredible act of biological wizardry. It literally reverses its aging process. When conditions get tough, the adult Turritopsis dohrnii doesn't just perish. It transforms its cells back into an earlier juvenile stage, specifically a polyp. Imagine if you, when you got old or sick, could just, "Nah, I'm going back to being a baby." That's what this jellyfish does. It reabsorbs its tentacles, reverts its bell-shaped body, and sinks to the seabed to start its life cycle all over again as a colony of polyps, which then bud off new genetically identical jellyfish. This means, theoretically, it can repeat this cycle indefinitely, avoiding death by effectively hitting the reset button on its cellular development. Scientists have been studying its genetics and cellular mechanisms since its immortality was recognized in the 1990s, trying to unlock the secrets of its transdifferentiation, the process where one cell type transforms into another. It's a living, breathing paradox, a creature that continuously defies the fundamental rule of life and death, offering tantalizing clues about regeneration and aging that could one day inspire incredible breakthroughs for us mere mortals. From biological immortality, let's take a hard pivot into the truly bizarre quantum realm. This one will mess with your head. 3. The quantum Zeno effect, observation stops change. All right, buckle up for some quantum weirdness. You know how in quantum mechanics, just observing something can change it? Well, what if observing it stopped it from changing? That's not a sci-fi plot point, it's a real phenomenon known as the quantum Zeno effect. Named after Zeno's paradoxes, this effect basically states that if you continuously measure or observe an unstable quantum system, you can actually prevent it from evolving or decaying. Think about an unstable atom that's supposed to decay into another form. If you keep checking on it over and over, rapidly observing its state, it's as if your constant peeking freezes it in time. The more frequently you observe it, the less likely it is to decay. It's counterintuitive, right? Our everyday experience tells us that watching something shouldn't influence its natural progression. But in the subatomic world, the act of measurement forces the system into a definite state. And if you keep forcing it back to that state through rapid measurements, it never gets a chance to transition. This isn't just theoretical. It's been experimentally verified in labs using things like trapped ions and ultra-cold atoms since the late 1980s and early 1990s. The implications are mind-boggling. It means that observation isn't a passive act, it's an active participant in reality at the quantum level. Your mere act of looking can literally halt a process that would otherwise unfold naturally. So, the next time you're trying to stop something from happening, maybe just stare at it really, really hard. Probably won't work for your burnt toast, but hey, it's worth a shot. Speaking of you, let's talk about something that could be happening inside your body right now, and you might not even know it. 4. The two-soul syndrome, genetic chimerism. Ever heard of someone having two sets of DNA in their body? No, this isn't a sci-fi movie about alien hybrids. It's a very real, incredibly rare genetic phenomenon called chimerism. A genetic chimera is an individual who has two or more different populations of cells, each originating from different zygotes, and therefore each with its own distinct genetic makeup. Essentially, it means you could be carrying the genetic code of a sibling who never fully developed, or even an absorbed twin. How does this happen? The most common way is if two non-identical twin embryos fuse very early in development, forming a single individual. This person then grows up with cells derived from both embryos. So, for example, your blood cells might have one DNA profile, while your skin cells or even your reproductive cells have another completely different one. People often don't even know they're chimeras until a medical test reveals it. Maybe a paternity test comes back inconclusive, or a blood test shows a strange discrepancy. There's a famous case from 2002 where a woman named Lydia Fairchild was accused of welfare fraud and even lost custody of her children because DNA tests showed she wasn't their mother, even though she clearly gave birth to them. It was later discovered she was a chimera, and the DNA in her blood was different from the DNA in her reproductive organs. The discovery of chimerism in the late 20th and early 21st centuries completely changed our understanding of human individuality, showing that sometimes, literally, two distinct genetic individuals can exist within one body. It's like having a hidden twin living inside you, subtly influencing your biology. Wild, right? And finally, let's zoom back out to the biggest picture possible and challenge everything we thought we knew about the cosmos itself. 5. The JWST dark matter conundrum. For decades, our understanding of the universe has been built on the lambda CDM model, which tells us how the universe evolved from the Big Bang. A huge part of that model is dark matter, an invisible, mysterious substance that makes up about 27% of the universe and acts as the gravitational scaffolding for galaxies to form. We can't see it, but its gravitational effects are everywhere. Or so we thought. Enter the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST, which is basically a time machine letting us peer back to the very early universe just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. And what did JWST find? Well, it found something perplexing. Too many massive, mature galaxies existing far too early in the universe's history. According to our current understanding of how dark matter halos attract normal matter to form galaxies, these massive structures shouldn't have had enough time to grow so large so quickly. It's like finding fully grown trees in a garden that was planted just last week. These observations, which started pouring in from JWST in 2022 and 2023, are creating a serious headache for cosmologists. Some scientists are even beginning to wonder if our models of dark matter, or even the fundamental laws of gravity on cosmic scales, might need a significant revision. Could it be that dark matter doesn't behave exactly as we thought in the early universe? Or perhaps there are other mechanisms for galaxy formation we haven't even conceived of? This isn't just a small tweak. It could mean rethinking foundational aspects of cosmology. The JWST isn't just showing us pretty pictures. It's directly challenging one of the most widely accepted frameworks for understanding our entire universe, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and opening up entirely new mysteries for us to unravel. Our universe, it seems, is far stranger and more complex than we ever dared to imagine. Mind blown yet? These are just a few glimpses into the unbelievable realities that physics, biology, genetics, and astronomy are constantly revealing. The universe is a truly weird and wonderful place, and the more we learn, the more questions we uncover.